ministers of the Northern Provincial Council assumed duties today.
P. Aingaranesan assumed duties as the Northern Province Minister of Agriculture, Livestock, Water and Environment. T. Kurukula Raja assumed duties as the Provincial Minister for Education and Culture, while Dr. P. Satyalingam assumed duties in Jaffna today as the Health Minister of the Northern Province. P. Dhaneshwaran assumed duties as the Provincial Minister of Fisheries, Transportation and Rural Development. 30 members who contested the recent Provincial Council election under the Ilangai Tamil Arasu Katchi ticket were elected to the Northern Provincial Council. 21 of them took oaths before Chief Minister of the Northern Province, C.V. Vigneshwaran, at the Veerasinghe Hall in Jaffna on the 11th of this month. Meanwhile, M.K. Sivajalingam from the TNA, who was elected to the council, took oaths in the Mullivaikal area in Mullaitivu today. PLOTE or plot leader Dharmalingam Siddharthan and fellow party member Linganathan took oaths today in the presence of Sadanandan, the secretary of plot. Furthermore, another two members, Dr. Gunaseelan and Durai Rasa Raviharan, who were elected from the TNA, took oaths before Chief Minister Vigneshwaran in Colombo today.
Some were not present to take up oaths with the others. Two of them explained their reasons for not being present on the day, and they took oaths today. Members might have disputes and grievances because it is difficult to give positions to everyone when there are only a few positions available. Some may have been affected, but we did our best.
Today marks day 13 of the Commonwealth Rally's journey across Sri Lanka.
The rally, organized in view of the 2013 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting scheduled to be held in Sri Lanka, is a joint initiative of the MTV-MBC networks together with Sri Lanka Youth and the Ministry of Mass Media and Information.
The Commonwealth Rally, which set off 12 days ago from Point Pedro in Jaffna and subsequently visited several key towns and villages across the island, commenced day 13 of its cross-country journey from Kurunegala today. A special ceremony was held in Kurunegala to bid farewell to the Chogam Rally this morning and was graced by the Chief Minister of the Northwestern Province, Dayasri Jayasekara, and the High Commissioner of Malaysia to Sri Lanka, Azmi Zainuddin.
And this function is a very historical function towards the preparation for the forthcoming Chogam. I'm proud to say that Malaysia has hosted Chogam in 1989, and now this year we will having a Chogam which will be held in Sri Lanka. I believe this is a very great moment for Sri Lanka, for the government and its people.
The national flag of Malaysia was hoisted on the main flagstaff of the main float of the procession this morning.
Malaysia is multiracial country. This multiracial
Subsequently, the Commonwealth Rally bid farewell to Kurunegala with the Chief Minister and the Malaysian High Commissioner at the lead. We are especially happy, and it is a great source of pride for us that we are able to join in this procession sponsored by Sirasa and News First. This important task undertaken by Sirasa is an example to the people and to the nation. Sirasa has been with us and the people through the good and the bad. I believe that we must all unite and pledge support to this journey. The rally, which made its way from Kurunegala to Dambulla, also received a warm response from school children. One of the stops along today's leg of the journey was the town of Galevilla. At this occasion, the national flag of the Maldives was hoisted on the main flagstaff of the main float. The Deputy High Commissioner of Maldives in Sri Lanka, Hussein Niaz, hoisted the national flag of the Maldives.
As one of the closest neighbors of Sri Lanka and as a brother in the group of Commonwealth countries and more so in the region of South Asia, Maldives is also very proud that Sri Lanka is going to host the Chogam 2013 this year in Sri Lanka.
Subsequently, the Commonwealth Rally recommenced the journey to Dambulla. A musical concert was held in Dambulla this evening. The Commonwealth rally will make its way from Dambulla to Mathale on day 14 tomorrow.
In other local news, President Mahinda Rajapaksa extended his warm wishes to the chief incumbent of the Mallikarjuna Vihara in Ratmalana, Venerable Valigama Sri Jnanaratana Thero, who celebrated his 101st birthday today.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa, who visited the Mallikarjuna Vihara in Ratmalana today, met with Venerable Valigama Sri Jnanaratana Thero. A number of religious events were held to mark the 101st birthday of the Thero. A statue of the Thero was also unveiled at the occasion. President Mahinda Rajapaksa then travelled to the house of specialist Dr. Upali Pilapitiya today to inquire into his well-being. Upali Pilapitiya was a former commissioner of Ayurveda. The president, who visited the doctor's residence in Piliyandala, also inspected the herbal garden at his house.
A fundamental rights petition filed by 456 families against the demolition of their homes for a project to construct an apartment over a 7-acre area was taken up in Supreme Court today.
The petition was taken up today before a 3-judge bench comprising of Chief Justice Mohan Piris and Justices Kesri Pawan and Rohini Marsingha. The bench announced that it would hand down its determination on the fundamental rights petition on the 17th of this month. The Urban Development Authority has agreed to pay a rent allowance of between 15 to 52,000 rupees a month for the families who will lose their homes until new homes are built for them. The Urban Development Authority added that persons who do not receive new homes will receive compensation for the square footage of their present residences. Nevertheless, representing the petitioners in court, Attorney at Law Sujiva Senasinghe informed court that the petitioners should receive sufficient compensation to purchase land in different areas. The court has said that they will receive semi-luxury flats at the same apartment complex. Court also told us that if certain persons wish to obtain compensation, then arrangements will be made for the same. At the same time, one of the key problems facing these people was their children's schooling, because this address has an impact. We informed the Chief Justice of this. He said that there would be no change in the addresses in terms of schooling.
While the Lanka Private Bus Owners Association has accepted a 7% hike in bus fares, the All Island Private Bus Operators Federation continues to demand a 10% hike.
Let's now take a look at some of the views expressed on both the sides of the divide.
The patient is already dead. It is pointless to give any more injections. No one can cover these arrears. We have decided to implement the bus fares approved by the cabinet and to secure that fare hike. We are not prepared to reject it. The strength of the bus owners has been broken in two. This is the strategy of the rulers. One bus owners association has knowingly gotten caught up in this strategy. Now we have been made to fight alone. We do not approve of a 7% hike. We say that we need a 10% bus fare hike. The minimum bus fare must be amended. No matter how much the fares are increased, our industry cannot be rebuilt. There is a certain danger now as well. We request that the cabinet implement this on the 15th instead of the 1st. Our revenue is secured through a section of this 1 rupee. Thereby, when this is increased in this manner, the upper sections will increase and opportunities at the high level will increase, and we will not be able to protect this country. There were numerous unions that went marketing for the minister. These unions have betrayed this industry. Even when we went for discussions, we were never able to conduct successful discussions because of these individuals. Before thinking of another battle, this has been betrayed now. All bus owners have been betrayed through saying yes for this 7%. Will it be easy to battle this government beyond this? Do not blame us. The government is wholly responsible for bus fares. The government should know how to govern this. By the gods, when calculations are made as per the national policy, an increment of 10% is due. So when we are entitled to 10%, why would you say yes to 7% without putting up a fight?
On business news tonight, a meeting of the Sri Lanka-China Friendship Associations and think tanks was held in Colombo today.
The meeting was organized by the Pathfinder Foundation in collaboration with the Chinese People's Association for Peace and Disarmament. The event was graced by the founder of the Pathfinder Foundation, former Minister Milinda Murugoda, as well as a 14-member delegation from China. Executive Director of the Pathfinder Foundation, Lakshman Sirivardhana, explained the significance of the meeting.
In the past, the people-to-people relation has been more or less focused on political and general economic relationship, but in the recently we could see that it's much more broadening or widening with education, Chinese language education and technology cooperation, and many other aspects are coming in.
Up next is Crime Watch.
An individual has been killed in a shooting that took place in Yakahatua in Horampalla, Minuangoda. The police say that the victim had been shot in front of his residence in a drive-by shooting carried out by two unidentified individuals riding a motorcycle at about 7 last night. The police say that the victim succumbed to his injuries while being admitted to the Gampaha Base Hospital. The victim has been identified as a retired Air Force officer, 59-year-old Nandana Kumar Siriramanayaka, a father of two. After the shooting, the suspects had abandoned their motorcycle and stopped a motorcyclist on the road, assaulted him and fled the scene on his motorcycle. Our reporter says that the injured motorcyclist was admitted to the Minuangoda Rural Hospital for treatment. The reason behind the killing has not been ascertained.
There was no threat to him that we can think of. There may have been minor issues with some people, but I cannot say for sure.
The body of the deceased is currently lying at the mortuary of the Gampaha Base Hospital, where the post-mortem examination is to be performed.
On to sports news, another match of the 4-day triangular series organized by Sri Lanka Cricket was played today.
The match was played between Sri Lanka A and the Sri Lanka development team at the SSC grounds in Colombo today.
Batting first, the Sri Lanka development team posted 265 runs all out.
The toss, the Sri Lanka A team elected to field first. The captain of the Sri Lanka development team, Lairu Thirumanna, was the top scorer with an unbeaten 95 runs, while Niroshan Dikballa posted 46 runs. Nuwan Pradeep and Kanishka Elvitigala bagged 3 wickets each for the Sri Lanka A team. In reply, Sri Lanka A were 10 for no loss at close of play today.
And that's wrap up primetime news for tonight. For the News First team, I'm Ramesh Rugal Bandara.
I'm Stephanie Lazarus. We leave you tonight with a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. Thank you for watching News First. Good night.
First at 9.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.